Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to come at you with a very quick video. I have been wanting to film this for a really long time. This is my most minimal makeup look. Now I know I've done a couple of like 10-minute makeup looks and minimal makeup looks and makeup looks without using foundation, and I know I've done all those, but I honestly, this is like the minimal of minimal. I'm not using blush. I'm really not even priming my eyes. I mean, there's a lot of, I'm not priming my lashes. There's a lot of steps that I skip. And so this is for days that, honestly, I just don't have the time. And it's a perfect day to film this because I don't have the time today. I have a lot of anxiety this morning about how much I have to do. And I don't think it's going to get better this week because it's just a crazy week. But I still wanted to get in front of the camera and show you how I do this. So there are days when I don't wear a single stitch of makeup. There are days where I wear a lot of makeup, and there are days when I wear kind of sort of a lot of makeup. And then there are these days. So, you know, every day is different. It keeps everything adventurous and definitely not boring. So these days are when I want a little bit something more than a tinted moisturizer, but I honestly have 5 minutes to do my makeup. I don't have 10, I don't have 15, like I have 5. And I don't really care if some of the steps are skipped. So first off, I want to tell you a couple things I have already done because they are things that I do with my skincare steps. When I first wake up in the morning, I will do my skincare right away, and then I will get my girls ready for school. I will sit down and do like computer work for whichever one of the many jobs I have that I have to do computer work for, and I will get stuff like that done, and then I will sit down and I will get ready. So sometimes it's like 2 hours in between the time that I do my skincare and the time that I get ready. I almost always do my brows with my skincare. That's why almost all the time you will see me with brows on. Now, on the days where I know I'm going to be wearing very minimal makeup, I will choose lighter colors in the brow products that I'm using. So today I used a soft blonde pencil. It may not look like they're lighter, but it's because I have nothing on my face, and trust me, they are lighter than what I normally do. And because I'm not putting a ton of stuff on my face, I don't want them to be as dark or apparent as I normally do it, because then they just really stand out. So I used a soft blonde pencil. This is the new CoverGirl Ultimate Brow Pencil, which I really like, by the way. And I used the Anastasia Soft Brown Powder, mostly the light side. These are the two that I used for my brows. Now, this is also my skincare step, and I've talked about it in my favorites. And it's the Revision Skincare IntelliShade True Physical. This is a anti-aging tinted moisturizer with sunscreen. I use it as my sunscreen step. It is SPF 45. And so this is all that I have on my skin right now. But I've had it on. Y'all, I've been so crazy today. It is noon. I've had this on since 7 o'clock this morning. So I've had this on for 5 hours. So this is what I would do in order to touch it up. I don't use this every day. I only use it on days where I know that this is the majority of what's going to be on my face, because it does have a little bit of a higher coverage than my Ulta MD UV Elements Physical SPF 44. And I tell you that because I know a lot of people ask what else I use. All right, so let's go into the next step. I will always color correct my eyes because my darkness is so apparent, and when I don't have any makeup on, I feel like it's even more apparent. So I'm going to take my Color Science Total Eye 3-in-1 Therapy, and I pumped out too much. I don't even really think you need a full pump of this stuff, honestly. And I'm just going to put that under my eyes. I'm going to start with my finger, and I probably will go back with a sponge just to kind of soften it out a little bit. No, do you think I should go back with a sponge? Kind of like that look, right? Kidding. This could totally be the only under eye step that you do, because this does have a little bit of coverage. I, however, have been staying up until 12:30 or 1 o'clock binge watching Breaking Bad, so I don't have the luxury of non-dark under eye circles. So I'm going to pick a concealer that matches my skin tone the best, because like I said, I don't want my under eyes to necessarily stand out or be brighter. And so the one that really matches my skin tone the best and is one of the most natural is the Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher. And this is the number 3 medium. So I'm just going to click some of that up. And I'm going to put it mostly over that Color Science. But then I'm also going to take it on places where I'm especially red, and maybe the tinted moisturizer didn't cover as much as I wanted to. So I'm going to put a little bit on my chin, a little bit around my nose, and then for some reason, well, I know the reason, my little monthly friend decided to pop up on my nose. So I'm going to cover him or her up. I don't like to name them. That's too personal, and I don't like them enough to do that. So I'm just going to buff that out. And, you know, normally this step I'll take some concealer up on my eyes, and I'll set that with powder. I don't care to do that today, y'all. I mean, this is like, my eyes are blurry. This is minimum, okay? I'm not putting any more concealer, but I'm just going to take whatever I had left and kind of bounce it on my redness. We are going to set that concealer because anytime I wear concealer, I will set it. I don't want it creasing on me no matter how much makeup I have on. But I'm going to make sure I set it very lightly because I don't want a ton of this powder to be anywhere other than my under eyes. And today I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Brighting. Now, I'm not wearing a blush, and I'm not even going to wear a powder highlight, but I am going to go in with a cream highlight. This is the IT Cosmetics Radiance highlight that I talked about in my favorites, and I'm just going to tap that on my cheekbones with my finger. I do feel like you do need to warm this up with your finger versus going straight in with a brush. And I'm just going to pat that on the tops of my cheekbones so you can see that just little bit of light that's reflected back, radiance that's put into your skin. Because right now I look tired and I want to look radiant. So I'm just putting a little bit of radiance back, and then I'm going to take that as well and I'm just going to put it on my eyelids. Again, I have not primed my eyes. I still have a lot of the discoloration on my eyes, and today I'm going to make that work for me as basically an eyeshadow. So I'm just adding a little bit of this on my eyelids to brighten that area up, but not necessarily conceal it. Okay, so I'm starting to look a little more awake. I have a very big glare right here. That helped, maybe. All right, and now 3 more steps and we're done. I'm gonna take my Osmosis powder, and I'm just going to use that for a tad bit more coverage, and I'm either gonna use the Osmosis, why do I always say that, especially when I'm talking about the brush? The Osmosis full face brush or the Real Techniques powder brush. Both are wonderful, and I think I'm just going to use the Real Techniques since it's the last one I have in my hand. But I'm just going to put it on the brush, and I'm just going to kind of buff some into my skin. I'm not going to take it up here because I don't want to cover up that radiance. I just want to give a little more coverage to my skin, as well as set that concealer that I put on my chin and on my nose. Okay, I'm going to take that same brush and a little bit of bronzer. We're not using blush, but we are going to warm up our face. This is the Physicians Formula Deep Bronzer, and don't get another brush for this. You don't need another brush for this. You don't even need to use 2 hands for this. Who am I? I'm not using 2 hands to brush my face. Well, yeah, I am, but to bronze my face. It just doesn't. You're just putting a little bit of color back into your skin. You're putting a little bit of dimension back into your skin. You are not contouring. You just want to look alive again. Isn't that a good goal to have every day? Is to look a little bit alive. Now I am going to do mascara. I am skipping the bottom lashes. I'm not dealing with that today. It just saves a step and it saves time. And I'm skipping my primers as well. It saves a step and it saves time. And I'm using the Essence #Lashes of the Day mascara, and I'm just going to coat my lashes. Okay, I'm not tight lining, I'm not water lining, I'm just going to put on a gloss and call it a day. This is the Glow Skin Beauty Gloss in Cupcake. Really, I normally use Naked, which is a little bit more of a coral color, but for some reason, I can't find it, and it's killing me. but just any kind of gloss that you can put on really quick. In fact, that one looks a little light, but that's okay. And that's it. That is my super quick, I need to get out the door, but I don't want to look like I'm dead tutorial. So hopefully you enjoyed this and found it helpful. I will list all of the minimal amounts of products and link them as well down in the description box. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.